The Reserves Grand Final could be played at a closed Optus Stadium on the morning of the league decider if a WAFL Football Commission proposal gets up. Claiming that record crowds forecast for West Coast's two home finals at Burswood should provide a financial bonanza to offset the costs of a longer WAFL Grand Final day, WAFC Chairman Murray McHenry has lobbied Sport Minister Mick Murray in a bid to retain the tradition of all three grades playing at the same ground on the same day. If McHenry's bid succeeds, the Reserves Grand Final would probably be played at 8:30 a.m. on Sunday, September 23rd, rather than the day before at the home ground of the second semi-final winner. McHenry said playing the Reserves Grand Final in an empty Optus Stadium, or with minimal spectators, could make the game feasible by reducing some of the expected costs. If it is a matter of costs, why not play the Reserves Grand Final in a closed stadium? Either that or restrict the Reserves crowd, which we anticipate would be reasonably low, to one section of the ground, McHenry said. It could cost up to $80,000 to include the Reserves on Grand Final day. A portion of that figure would be taken up with extra Perth Transport Authority fees relating to a stadium event. The government will receive a windfall from the two WAFL finals, with a portion of match day revenue flowing back to it from stadium operator Venues Live. The Reserves decider could kick things off on Grand Final day. Picture, Trevor Collins. McHenry wrote to Murray this week to ask if the government would waive some of the extra stadium costs arising from an 8-hour WAFL Grand Final day. Murray in WAFC Chief Executive Gavin Taylor announced last week that the WAFL League and Colts Grand Finals would be played at Optus Stadium on Sunday, September 23rd. Both matches will be broadcast by Channel 7, but the announcement that the Reserves Grand Final would be played the day before prompted a negative response. Subiaco, West Perth, Claremont and East Perth have teams in finals. In League and Reserves, there may be players who miss out because they are held out of the Reserves and held over to the following day for the League Grand Final, Claremont assistant coach Andrew Emley said.